Welcome, everyone. I'm Viktor Grant. Together with my friend and mentor, Burke Franklin, we're going to be talking today about LinkedIn profile targeting. And this is an official presentation, part of the LinkedIn Summit 2019. Disclaimer, the LinkedIn Summit is a UK-based organization and has no ties at all with LinkedIn. Instead, what we're doing is we're bringing together the world experts in LinkedIn marketing and advertising and profiles, how to do networking, how to get clients. So this is a little bit about me. I'm an innovator. If you have to describe one word, that's who I am. I invent things. I got my start in my career in '94 as a talk show host at MSN, the Microsoft Network. And then in '97, I was an SEO and keyword research advisor to authors, celebrities, and small businesses owners. And then around '99, I was the CTO of a tech company. And we were pioneering the realm of online commerce and e-commerce and online shopping. Once that ended, around 2002, I created EarthGrid as a search engine. I also invented a software program called Search Triggers. And Search Triggers helps you target better and better keywords. Finally, I've spent quite a bit of money on Bing or Microsoft advertising. If you stick around to the very end, I'm going to show you how you can get $100 in search advertising for absolutely no cost at all. But there is ways of actually getting $100 of free money that you can start to spend in search advertising. Who would like a free $100? Let me hear a yes in the chat. Okay. This is my actual numbers. I have sent over 100,000 clicks to various websites. I've reached 7.7 million people with just my Bing ads. I've done a lot more on Facebook. And my CTR on my ads is around 1.3% on average across all of my ads. On average, I'm spending around 15 cents per click. That is a real person that did a search query and they click through to the website. And Burke, are you there? You're my friend, you're my mentor, and I describe you as an entrepreneur. I'm an innovator, you're an entrepreneur. You actually think about the business cases that are behind an innovation.
Well, yeah, I invent stuff too, but I think about how could you turn this into a business, and I made it my business to help you take your inventions or innovations and make them into a business. And,
yes.
And at the same time, how do you build that business without shooting yourself in the head or the foot along the way? Because that seems to be what happens to most people. They make some catastrophic mistakes and, well, they're done. So, but I want your inventions, your innovations that are going to save our world to be your profitable company.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. What we're going to be talking about tonight is LinkedIn profile targeting. And so what does that really mean? Okay. It means you can target highly relevant audiences using LinkedIn profile information. You can serve text ads, dynamic search ads, and shopping campaigns to customers based on their company, job function, and industry. It's a vision. Target users based on their professional profiles. Wow. Sounds great, doesn't it? Well, there's some limitations. We're going to go into that why, and I'm going to explain exactly what the limits are. So why use profile targeting? Well, you can reach highly relevant audiences. It's quick and easy to use, and it is unique to Microsoft advertising platform. However, Microsoft advertising has some huge challenges. The biggest challenge is Google. What does profile targeting really mean? Aside from the PR hype, how is it affecting you? What are its limitations? Why is it so hush-hush? So if you guys have questions based on what we've talked about so far in the presentation, please put them in the chat. What percentage of purchases actually happen online? Okay, I'm including Facebook ads, email marketing, clicks on your email to actually cause people to buy. Okay, what percent of purchases happen online, including Amazon, including people buying on Amazon? This is going to shock you guys. Let me hear from anyone who has a microphone. What do you think the percentage is? Throw it out there.
70%.
70%, okay. And this stat actually comes from Google. I mean, it's on the next slide. Anyone else want to take a guess?
56%.
56%. Good guess, but no. Take a guess. Anyone else?
Do I hear 41?
No. All right. 6%. 6% happens on the internet, but the decision starts on the internet. Pretty amazing, huh? So they make the decision on the internet, but they don't act on it on the internet. Shocking, isn't it? So how much time and money should you invest online with ads and information before talking to a process? In other words, how far along the sales process does the online component play? Any takers?
I was too far off.
How about anyone else want to raise their hand? Okay. I think it was Alan that said it before, but it's actually 57%. 57% is how far along the sales process a B2B customer is before they engage with a salesperson. Okay? And salespeople these days are very, very smart, and they can even hang out in bots or bots that turn into live chat. And everyone that I've chatted with ultimately is a salesperson. So always remember, whenever you're doing support, that's not only customer service, but also sales. Why not just target ads straight to prospects? But take a look at this other number, okay? 57% is that number. Buyers are 50% of the way through the decision-making before they involve a vendor, okay? The average buying decision now involves 5.4 people, okay? So before they will buy from you, they've got to see at least 5.4 on average other people saying, yeah, that was great. Oh my God, I loved it. Ooh, yeah. Oh, my friend recommended it. And so recommended it. And 76%, this is a new number here that we haven't introduced yet, they want to trust their vendor. 76 prefer a vendor recommended by their network. And this is the reason why Amazon has become the #1 source of e-commerce, even though Amazon is only operating at a 6% efficiency rate, because most of Amazon's sales are direct. Now you know why Amazon bought Whole Foods, okay? Because they now have an outlet for selling directly to customers, and they have employees that are not just in a warehouse, but they're engaging with you during your grocery shopping experience. Huge, isn't it? So take notes on this next one. How sales is done today. This is Vic's interpretation based on the data. The internet is here to inform you. We have now surpassed the information age, okay? But this is really where you want to think about your marketing. Your job is only to inform people. Don't ask them to buy anything, okay? Because they need 5.4 other people to say you should buy it before they will. You're just going to waste a lot of time, a lot of money, okay? Acting on the decision happens in a conversation or a bot. And people can tell if it's a bot. So the bot's only purpose is to qualify or screen people. And we're going back to old school. I don't know if you saw Fast and Furious, but old school, guys. We are going to go and have hand-to-hand combat with fists and clubs and baseball bats. No more machine guns, okay? No more automation. The days of autoresponders, email autoresponders, are over, my friends. I'm sorry to inform that to you. I know many of you just love the idea of just buying traffic and making money on autopilot without engaging or talking to anyone. It's not going to happen. This group, like we're having here live, once there's like maybe 20 or 30 people here live, we have thousands of people joining us on Facebook. This is the vehicle to generate connection. Okay, you need to inform people about this stuff. And to inform is to communicate knowledge to and give information. To impart knowledge or information, that is to inform. Okay, are you guys finding some interesting information here? Do you see how you can apply this to your business? we're now going to go we're going to go deeper. We're going to go deeper. So Microsoft acquired LinkedIn for $26 billion in 2016. And why do you think they did this? I did a little research. It was a great move for Microsoft because the revenues have increased because of it. Reid Hoffman joined the board of directors. Basically, Microsoft had scorned the open source community. They've always, every time I went to one of the conferences and Microsoft was speaking, they were talking about the merits of software that works. And of course, there were like giggles and grins and things like that. And they were talking about how updates and software and security and that open source opens up vulnerabilities to hackers. And they had a bad rap in Silicon Valley, and Silicon Valley is pretty much dominated by Apple. However, Azure Cloud Services powered the Olympics. Azure is now used by lots of big companies. In our company, EarthGrid and Search Triggers, we use Azure Cloud Services simply because it's a third of the cost of Google, and we get really, really great data. Microsoft was finally profitable after years of loss. So they're kind of like a behind-the-scenes data company. And Reid Hoffman is a really, really smart guy. One of the big reasons why Microsoft bought LinkedIn was because Reid Hoffman could join the board of directors that way, and he became Microsoft's ambassador in the Valley. So let's just ask this question that I'm sure is on everyone's mind. Well, why not just target ads straight to prospects? And what does this really mean? Earlier I said you can't just target ads straight to prospects. All you can do is target your ads with the intention of reaching that person, but you can't filter them out specifically. So in other words, I can't send my ads only to employees of Salesforce. Why do you think the reason is? And I'm going to tell you the real reason, and I'll and this is probably something you're never going to hear anywhere else.
I was going to say, I'm not thinking of a reason.
It's because of Google. I pulled up these stats this morning on StatCounter, which is a reputable marketing firm. Okay, Google has almost 95% of the market share of the mobile search market. Okay, so there's not enough volume with Microsoft being a search engine, and it can only target people through its search platform. It can't even get in it's below 1% on mobile. Yahoo has a 1.24% market share. So there simply aren't enough eyeballs in the mobile market to even show the ads. And since everyone's on mobile these days, your ad won't be seen enough. That's why Facebook is dominating, okay? And that's why you're seeing alliances being formed between Facebook, Verizon, Microsoft, LinkedIn, to try to compete with this massive thing called Google, okay? However, there is hope. Look at the desktop market. The desktop market is huge. Almost 5% of the desktop search market is commanded by Bing. Now, what is a desktop market? It means, like me, I'm sitting at my laptop or I'm sitting at my desk, and I'm at work and I'm focused. I'm not sitting in a coffee shop on my phone flipping through at 90 miles an hour. That 5% is plenty, okay? Another player, Verizon. Verizon has been acquiring massive amounts of companies, okay? Have you ever wondered where those ads come from on apps, okay? Apps are all fed from these massive advertising networks. And Verizon just acquired a huge one. In fact, if you want to advertise to a lot of the Microsoft platforms, it was actually Microsoft told me I had to go to Verizon if I want to advertise to people in the US. But this is the page that Microsoft put out, increasing brand awareness and driving consumers to purchase. They have one persistent Microsoft ID. It's a brilliant idea when you think about it. You have a Microsoft ID. It tracks you across multiple platforms. It tracks you when you log into Windows. It tracks you whether you're on LinkedIn. It tracks you whether you're on your phone. The only thing it can't track you is if you're somewhere in the Googleverse. So there's really going to be two worlds. There's going to be the Googleverse and the Facebook, Microsoft, ID, and we're going to start seeing more and more integration with this. This was like the first announcement when Verizon Media, they have this partnership. Now also CMI is a company in Mexico, and that's a way to reach the entire Spanish-speaking and Latin America market. And then there's Nine, which can reach the entire advertising market in Australia. So when you're thinking about your ads, you don't want to just be focusing on the US. You want to think a little bit more outside of it. So let's talk about social selling. The old sales model, including the network marketing model, is you do cold calls, you do sales demos, you qualify leads, and where it overlaps is where your prospect is going to go. The new sales model is you have your social network, and that could be Facebook and LinkedIn. You're educating people through your articles and ads, and you're engaging with them through messaging. Various forms of messaging, Facebook Messenger, Skype, for example. And people love to buy what other people are buying. You can overcome overwhelm. You want to have authority-based decision-making. It's all about reputation and repetition. So let's remember, LinkedIn is massive. It's second only to Facebook. And here's some interesting stats I pulled this morning. There are now 645 million users worldwide. There's 146 million in the US. 40% of them visit it daily. 106 million monthly unique visitors are logging into LinkedIn. 3 million share content weekly. There's 100,000 new articles weekly. And there are 400 average connections per user. I have over 2,000 connections in my LinkedIn network. So let's talk about this new LinkedIn profiling, how it works, and we're going to go into a deep dive on that at the end of the second part of the session. So there are 3 forms that you can target using the new beta, and this was released in October. You can target people based on their company, you can target people based on their industry, and you can target people based on their job function. And this is from David Pan, the general manager at Microsoft Search Advertising. And this was October 23rd. This is his press release. Today, we're excited to announce the newest evolution. And so I was kind of reading between the lines on what they're really saying. It means that now Microsoft has all that data, but how are they going to use it? Well, they're going to use it at first to increase the relevance, and that's one of my favorite words, is relevance, of their existing customers who spend, tens or 20, 30, $40,000 a month on advertising in the Microsoft platform, okay? And they're gonna do it by targeting certain industries, maximizing your campaign spend, and more precision-based targeting. So you can target people by company, job function, and industry. And here's a detail of one of the articles that I was reading. Like, for example, you can target Alibaba or KLM Dutch Airlines. Industries such as finance, broadcast media, or law enforcement. Job functions such as sales, accounting, or purchasing. So the LinkedIn profile targeting is available for search campaigns. It's available for dynamic search ad campaigns and Microsoft campaigns and audience campaigns. So I pulled some screenshots of the presentation from David Pan that he gave at a conference, and here's some of those slides. There are 80,000 companies you can target with Microsoft Search, and here are some of those companies. You can target employees of LinkedIn. You can target employees of Samsung. You can target employees of Disney, for example. You can even target employees of Starbucks. The ability for them to do this is huge and increases the valuation of Microsoft in the markets. Industry. There are 145 industries you can target, such as all these industries right here, like human resources, consulting. That's an area that I'm going to be focusing on a lot, is targeting other consultants, other people who are in the coaching and consulting industry. These are great markets to be reaching out to. If you're an expert in something, chances are that you can coach someone who might not be as much of an expert as you are. Finally, we're talking about job functions available to target. This, to me, I found really, really interesting, because you can target people who are interested in marketing. Okay, you can target people who are interested in media communication. That concludes part 1 of our presentation today. And we're going to be talking about how do we target. We're going to go a deep dive into Bing ads. And as a bonus, but those of you who are upgrading to the LinkedIn VIP ticket, called the Premium Pass, you're going to be receiving a how-to video of us placing a Bing ads on LinkedIn. You can watch me over the shoulder, right in front of your eyes, and you're going to get a link to apply for the LinkedIn targeting beta. And I can show you how to get $100 in Bing ads credit. Thank you for coming out tonight, and we really, really appreciate you participating here in the LinkedIn Summit. And let's get started with the Bing ads deep dive.